Good morning, folks. This is Morday. Went looking for an article my sister told me about in our little local weekly newspaper about the farmers not being able to feed their silage corn to the cattle because of the drought, that it's too high in nitrates. And I ran across this article. Elaborate break-in at Ampride occurs. Amprides, for those of you who don't know, are like little convenience stores. 2 to 4 pumps. Some have diesel pumps out back for the truck, for the trucks. Very, very small little places. And it goes on to say, an unidentified man and woman backed up a stolen Mercedes-Benz into the door of the Ampride in Marion. They got away with a cash box, about $5,000 worth of lottery tickets, cigarettes, that sort of thing. The suspects were from Wichita. Wichita is an hour away from us. We're a tiny little bitty county, tiny little towns. When it comes to population, the entire county doesn't have but maybe 13,000 people in it. The city of Marion, maybe 2,000, but I don't think so. I think we're still having around the 1,900. Tiny little towns, realistically. But what it's going on to talk about is the fact that not just with these, did he have this to deal with in this size of a town, that would be a huge thing, but they're talking about how it had been a busy night for him anyway. That he had to make 6 other arrests. He had also had to make multiple juvenile arrests, including a juvenile from McPherson who was breaking into cars. Having to do foot chases, that sort of thing. Just like big city crime. McPherson and Wichita are both over an hour away, or right around an hour away. We're out here in the boonies, folks. If we want to go to a Walmart, we're 45 minutes out for a Walmart. That's how far away from that sort of civilization we are. And to have this upswing in crimes and violent crimes against persons, because he's discussing the fact that there are a lot more battery cases. Now, some of it's because of the weather, yes, but a lot of it's the frustration of the economy, I'm quite sure. But the police chief goes in here and goes to remark, a lot of these people from bigger towns come to Marion because they don't think there'll be much of a police presence. They think they'll get away with it. With our department, that doesn't happen. And I'll give it to our local PDs and local sheriffs. They're a pretty crack bunch. They really are. But it's also going to show that just because you're in a small town out in the boonies doesn't mean that you're safe from the big town crime. Like I said, we're an hour away from these places. And I got thinking about, how many other areas, small towns and small population counties are experiencing the same thing. So I'm going to go along and start looking in the records department, the records section of our local paper of record. Most counties or cities have a newspaper of record where they have to publish legal notices in. And a lot of those have a record section that shows who got arrested, how many people are in the county jail, court cases, finished court cases, that sort of thing, to look and see how many of them are from these larger towns. To find out, just how much crime is being imported, if you will, from other counties. And just kind of see, where we're at on that. But it just does go to show you're not safe in a small town from big town crime. Morty out.